handful, and we still have Jackson. The goal was to get him someone to be with.
Really strapping
I know. He's heavy. How heavy is he now?
you. He's probably like 25, 30 pounds. Look at his belly.
He was 20 pounds at 8 weeks old, so I think he's bigger now. But yeah, this is our family of 4.
Come here.
We have Jackson,
Up.
which is
Come on, you can do it. Come on, up, up. You're so strong.
I don't
Show
know.
me how strong you are. Here. Come here. Ready? Let's go. There. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
You're
Jackson.
healing.
All the kisses.
So we hope. He's still healing.
Let me get a closer view of this. You like him, John?
Yeah, for $5,000, I like him a lot.
$5,000? Holy shit.
Well, it's like $5,500 with those ears.
We had his ear cropped because that way he won't get ear infections and he looks meaner. So we like that.
Unfortunately, his eyes are not going to stay blue forever.
They don't?
No.
They'll be Jackson's colors.
What is he, green now?
Yeah. Ben's gonna fuck me up. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm gonna go first. She's afraid that Ben's gonna hurt her, so she's hoping that seeing me first is gonna wear Ben out. Yeah. Which, I mean, it's not like he does this for a full-time job and sees multiple people around or anything. So I don't know how much that theory's gonna work, but we'll see. Doesn't matter. I'm paying for it.
What are we focusing on? What are you focusing on?
Lower back. So as you get bigger, and I'm not even big, Ben's like 30 pounds heavy.
Oh.
As I get bigger, for me, I can't get comfortable, and that's like a real thing. So I'm like tossing, turning all night. Like
Sleeping is difficult.
yeah, you sleep on your stomach, and then as you sleep on your stomach, you can have this like. You want to push your stomach into the bed, and so I'm like sleeping like this, and then I wake up and my lower back is just cranked from sleeping like this all night. So yeah, we got to get that broken up, and then this pec always just gets really locked up, and you can like hear the clicking.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can hear it. That's terrible.
yeah, and it's great because I talked to Ben, and he's like, yeah, no one your size really has great shoulders. So I was like, oh, awesome. There's not really much we can do here. So yeah, I'm just gonna let Ben hurt me, and we'll see if I feel better after.
Move this one around compared to that one and just sort of see where they're at. So. Holy shit.
God.
Look at that.
Whoa.
What?
That's crazy.
Your arm difference.
Stay like that.
Look at this.
That one's fucked up.
That's crazy.
Holy crap.
Do you feel the difference?
I just feel my whole arm is on the board.
Yeah, this one's down and this one's just hovering. Like you
Oh
can't.
my God.
Holy crap. We're taking care of the pecs first. Have the shoulders sit back more so they're not so squished forward. And then I'm gonna go in the serratus, improve shoulder mobility here. We're gonna hit subscapularis in here, a little bit of teres major and minor on the sides. And then I just sweep the whole side so that I can stretch much further. Because this is clearly locked up compared to the other one. That's really coming from those muscles there.
Hey.
Gotcha.
So that's what we're getting into now.
Likes to leave it messy in the room too.
Yeah, he does.
Alright.
How you feeling?
I was gonna say I'll be better after, but I don't know.
Take your time and breathe.
Oh yeah, let me pee.
Whatever you gotta
Yeah, let me pee real quick. You know what's is like so bad about this is like
Yeah. Well, coconut oil's good, like.
when we were in Virginia, I had like a pretty good routine. I would see someone regularly. And then I moved down. And me and Ben went through that like awkward phase where you follow someone on Instagram, but you don't talk to them yet. And I would see him every day, and then I was like, how do I tell this guy I want him to give me a deep tissue massage? And I knew that's what Ben did, right? Because that's why I moved down here. So it's like, it's so awkward. And one time I was just like, I think I saw Ben and I was like, hey man, yeah, I'm gonna need you to rub me down. It's like, how do you have that awkward conversation? And so, like, by that point, I was already like halfway through my second push. And the longer you go without getting this stuff, the worse it gets. And so I swear the first time, I was like, don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Just let him do his thing. Don't tap out. And I'm literally like in the middle. I'm just like, God, fuck. So yeah. But it's better because Ben does weigh 260 or 270, whatever he weighs. The last person we had was like a 140-pound girl who was like jumping on me to try and like make the adjustments and things like that. So with Ben, I'm sure you'll see a couple times in the videos where he's just like, and I'm screaming.
So we're gonna do, ideally, like what we wanna hit the most is gonna be lower back, glutes, hamstrings, and then Ben said he's gonna do my quads. I never think my quads are gonna be sore until he gets to my quads, and they're still sore. I train glutes 3 times a week, and I work seated pretty much for 12 hours a day, so it's definitely gonna be interesting. So that's what we're doing.
Sorry.
We're gonna get ourselves. That's
But I'll probably do that.
How do you feel about that?
I don't feel ready. I don't feel I have my PTSD. What are you digging into?
That is your TFO.
I am so
What does it do?
sore.
What to do with the hip?
My like erectors, like just right down where you saw me crying. Well, you saw that for a whole hour. But oh my God, I'm sore.
And if you're sitting all day, this muscle's contracted, right? Because it's bent. So most people that sit for work, that's gonna be messed up.
No, man, I think you need to see Luke. It's obviously way different from
That's what
Matt
people have
was.
told me, yeah.
It's way, and that's what the thing, like.
Done in a couple seconds. All right, we did that side.
Oh gosh.
My lame joke is that there's 2 sides to everything because we're humans. We have 2 legs, 2 arms, and 2 psoas. 1 more, and that's it.
Oh, we can do this. We have one left.
3/4 of the way done with these.
Why didn't you do this to John? Because he's not a bikini girl.
Just didn't really.
No, because I'm too fat.
It is harder, actually. It is harder with a full stomach.
Oh, no. You ready to get down? No. I mean, unless you want to bring it all the way there. But I did put on real clothes because Cam's like, yeah, saw my closet yesterday and was like, dude, you have all this clothes and you don't even wear
You
it.
casually have on $2,000 pair of shoes. Those what are they called?
The Ben & Jerry's. Every video I've seen of Justin Shire, Nick Walker, Derek Lunsford, they all tell them they can't film in Costco. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. We may just put Cam's camera in the actual cart as we're walking in and sneak it in. Well, I mean, we should have recorded that. The guy literally was like, I swear I see you every other day. And I'm sure there's a ton of overly big Asians and with a 100-pound pit bull coming into Costco.
You look like a little drug lord.
Yeah. Oh, that is great. That is great marketing.
I'm right.
I ended my bulk.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I told Callum today, I was like, dude, I can't. I sent my check-ins and I was like, listen, I can't handle any more food. He decided to, so I got back from COVID. You guys don't know this. I had COVID. She gave me COVID and then left me while she went to Colombia, and I was dying for 10 days on the couch. I had a client come here from North Carolina to compete in the Tampa Pro, and I couldn't even go. So I was like, hey man, I'm dying. I'm gonna peek you from my bed. I think I slept for 16 hours the first 2 days. Each day I slept for 16 hours and ate one meal. And then because I sent my check-ins to Callum, he's like, dude, you dropped a ton of weight. We're gonna have high days for the next 3 days. And then that just absolutely obliterated, my digestion, my everything. So today I'm actually fasting. I haven't eaten today. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, because I
It
like,
feels good, doesn't it?
dude, like my digestion's been terrible after that. It was like, imagine 3 days of 950 carbs and just force feeding. And not only that, but we're at week 22 of my push. So I was just tired of the same sources as well. So like my post-workout meal is 200 grams of cereal, a bagel, and 40 grams of jelly. And it was like...
So what are you doing now?
He's going to send me updates, and we're going to start my cleanup phase, health phase, and I'm literally here today doing a grocery haul, putting all new sources in. I was like, I don't even want to see eggs or turkey bacon, but she's pretty much still got the same thing. Andrea just came out of a health phase, so right now we're focusing on still having those healthy sources in, which is a lot of fruit for the antioxidants. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Antioxidants.
Yeah.
We'll notice a lot of juice, but we're going to cover all of that right now, and I'll kind of pick apart everything and tell you why we have it there.
Cool.
So she's got some dates here.
Easiest form of carbs, probably.
Nice.
Like, those things are lethal. Like 4 dates is like 30 carbs. So for her, we took her food up all the way up to 2,500 calories. Which, if you don't know, Andrea weighs like 123 pounds, 125 pounds. So 2,500 calories is a lot for someone her size. I don't know if I want to get guacamole or avocado cups. Because if you look over here, Justin Shire actually shows this all the time. He'll still use these in prep. They actually have these right here, which are...
Avocado mash.
It's literally just avocado. It's just mashed for
That's
you,
way better.
and they don't go bad, which is gold. Now, they obviously have that right there, which is the organic guacamole. You can see it's a little bit cheaper. But these are a little bland, but it may be more beneficial. Especially like the avocados, dude. You like cut it open, turn around, and it's bad. So I think we may go with these today. Actually, I'm tired of them. And then like that's the great thing, right? Like Costco has this great deal where you don't have to pay or have an Instacart membership, but the person who's going through, dude, they're so ruthless. Like they don't give a they don't care.
Right.
So they'll just like, oh yeah, pineapple, cool, okay. And it's like that thing's gonna be ripe in 2 weeks. Same thing with your avocados or bananas, like yeah. So I think we're gonna go with these. Andrea has it and she's using them as well. Man, I don't understand how these people are working when they're like 8 months pregnant and like about to pop. I'm like, dude, when I feel like I'm 8 months pregnant, I don't even want to move from the couch. These are gold. Yeah. Especially like when you get deep into an off season, even in prep, right? You love these too. I think it's just great having that like variety of taste almost. The berries, especially because you don't have any real sugars in prep, this becomes like crack. It becomes like your sugar. So I know when I'm in prep, like this with oatmeal and some sugar-free syrup.
Days, and for you?
A bag lasts 2 days maybe.
Okay, let's do for me. $20 for 6 days worth of fish. That's probably one food out, maybe 1.5. So it's still cheaper to do your groceries and prep your meal.
How much is that?
$20 for 2 pounds. And it lasts 6 days.
Pretty cheap.
For me, yeah.
Whatever. You get the point. Greek yogurt.
Shrimps, $17.99 for 2 pounds, and a bag lasts me probably 4 to 5 days. Not
That's
quite
good.
the
What do
week,
you
but yes. So this is based on me. So let's just not count for John. How many?
for me,
This is also expensive. Like if you eat chicken and ground turkey, it's way cheaper.
yeah, if you're in college or a broke kid trying to do this, see, like, man, before we could never do this.
We've come a long way. 2, 3.
I think 2.
Okay.
You bought a bunch of cod too.
Frozen. Why don't you just get a bunch?
Because the freezer is like this big, and their food is coming. So we're gonna get ground beef for them today, but we actually are getting their food from a company that just makes raw food for dogs. So they have ground beef and then organs in it. So it's a mix of like 80% ground beef, 20% all the weird organs like liver, whatever, heart, tripe. Is that how you say it? Yeah. All that.
I'm like, so when I started with Cal, he had me at 6 meals and I was eating this, and that last meal would go to bed at like 11, and then I would fucking be so like just cramming meals. So I went down to 5 meals. He took this meal out completely, and now I'm like so excited to put it back in because I've been eating the same things. Yeah, yogurt, granola, and probably like some fruit in there.
It's good.
Gold.
And this one is so good. Actually, fun fact.
Why don't you? Yeah, go ahead.
I cheated my first diet with this granola.
You cheated?
Yeah, I cheated my diet once, and I think the regret is worse than losing actually, because it's like you're just cheating yourself, right?
Don't let
You're
her lie
doing
to
this
you. It
for
was not her
yourself.
first diet. It was not her first prep. It was her third prep.
It was my third prep with Trey.
2019.
That's true. That's true.
2019. She
did
had already
better
been
in
a
my-
competitor for
I did better in
2
my
years at
first
this
one.
point.
It's so good. It's so really good. The next day it looked even better, but I had to say, that's our cart, that's our cart. No worries.
It's okay. It just won't be coming home with you.
And then so I cheated, and then I told my coach right away because I couldn't carry that weight by myself, and that was it. We moved on. We finished.
She
We
did
competed.
granola of all things. I did cookie butter. Would go into Target. Yeah, I would go into Target, and I literally texted her, and I was like, babe, I was hiding in the aisles from people walking by, eating a jar of cookie butter, of Biscoff cookie butter, from random people, and then I put the jar back and left. We're like here going back and forth of like, oh, what do we need? And then we're gonna get home and realize we need 18 other things. Like, oh yeah, we're good. We don't need anything else.
You don't make lists?
She was supposed to make a list in the car, but she needed to
To change all his sources.
decided that she needs to do her makeup so that she's beautiful for you guys. Not for me, for
Well,
you
she
guys.
is. She's very beautiful.
Yeah, I know that. But I always tell her she doesn't need makeup. I donated, and they were supposed to give me 2 bags, and they gave me 1. It was supposed to be like a freezer bag.
Oh no.
Yeah. But whatever.
Costco haul successful?
Costco haul successful. Do we want to do a recap of everything? It was $221. For all the fish that we bought, I was actually expecting it to be more. Oh god, it's a Black and Mild.
Yeah.
It takes me back to high school. His cigar, do you smell it?
The black and white.
Yeah. And you could tell right away. I thought it was so cool. And he's like, what is wrong with you? So that's a wrap.
That is a wrap. That's what we do every Sunday.
We used to do it every Sunday until we got to that point where now, how did you describe it? You're like, you stop doing that stuff.
You get to
Wait.
delegate. So like the time management is going to be key on whatever it is that you do. And if there are tasks that you can delegate to continue to be a producer, meaning making money on whatever it is that you're doing, then it's okay to invest money on those little tasks to delegate them. For instance, Costco. If it's taking 2 hours out of your day where you can be making money doing something else, then pay your Instacart and get your Costco in. Cleaning. Cleaning for us was a big one because I come from a culture where we had someone that helped us the whole time. It's a luxury that we're able to have. He doesn't. So when we met, we're like, listen, we're working our asses off. We don't have time to clean, but we can't also have our house falling apart. So that's a task that we're going to delegate to somebody. We're going to pay someone to help us out. That way we don't have to waste time when we can be making money doing what we do. So
I
that's
think
kind of how I
the
see
way
it.
to sum it up, she put it towards me was, are you losing money to try and do those things, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, right? Because like, I want to spend time with my wife. I want to be able to do those things, and I'm sure you guys are all there, right? Like I was literally just talking to Ben about this. Like Ben will say like, yeah, they get home at like 9 p.m. and stuff like that. And so like the weekend's really the only time that we have. And we used to do this every single week. We would come back from MI40 training and we'd stop here, get gas. And it was like, by the time we actually got home at 6 p.m. on a Sunday, the day's gone. So now where like those are the days we should have time to be able to do things together, I was like, no, we're gonna Instacart it. I'm done with that. I'll pay the little fee, and I'll get the stuff Instacarted. Whereas before, and she'll tell you, oh man, I was so cheap. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go to Costco, and coincidentally, Aldi is right across the parking lot. So I'd go to Costco, then Aldi, and then Walmart to get anything else that was left over, and then we would go home. And now it's like, I've worked hard to be here. And I should enjoy at least the little things to be able to enjoy time with her. And that's kind of how I look at it. So now it's like, we really don't come here too often. Even though that guy made the joke of like, I swear I see you all the time. Honestly, the reason that we come now is for him. Because he loves going out. He loves seeing people. And like, when we lived in Virginia, it was so hard. Like, people didn't like seeing him. It was a battle to go into Costco or whatever. Whereas now it's like everyone loves him. So
It's also a good way to get a walk. It's 100 degrees right now, so walking him outside is not an option. Coming here to like walk for an hour or so, it's actually good for him too.
if I had a takeaway that I could tell you guys before I smack Cam's camera, is when you're starting, do those things yourself because you probably do have the time. And you should try and save every little cent that you could. When you finally, and I don't know when that point is. I don't know when I got to that point where I'm like,
You'll know.
yeah, you'll know. That's a great way to put it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You'll know. I would rather spend the extra $20 than spend 2 hours at Costco. That's the best way to put it, I guess.
That's because you added value to yourself. So now your time is that valuable to you that you're willing to spend whatever it is that you need to do to save time. It takes us back to, time is money, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's
so,
my brain.
yeah, so I think that's a wrap. You guys saw Ben torture me. She didn't really cry too much. I think it was probably an easier
was still
session. It was an easier session. I'm sore. No, I'm sore. Like my inner back is where those things where it was like knots. But yeah. And then we did a grocery haul. This is not a typical thing. I don't know how much more Ben will be coming to us. I almost feel a little bad, a little guilty.
Well, we didn't know he was that far. We thought we were closer to his house, and then we ended up all like being horrible at geography, and he's just far. So it's not worth it. We don't like to put more stress on somebody that's actually giving us a service. So
Well, you guys got to meet Louie. You got to see Jackson. You got to see how fat I am, and now we're going through a mini cut. We're both going through a mini cut. She decided that she's going to become a real client again next week and start checking in and doing the things that she's supposed to be doing. And I'm going to go back to being natty, blood work, still train hard. So I was going to put a little something juicy for you guys there, but there's nothing juicy for the next 8 weeks. Oh, crap. I just got stuck to the thing because he keeps pulling these down.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a wrap.